With Nunes versus Aldana pretty much kind of being a done deal, the fight's going to happen. I know Irene said she doesn't know anything about her next fight. She hasn't heard anything about it, but the fight's going to happen. It's going to happen whether it be March 4th or maybe April 8th or something like that. But between March, April, May, this fight will go down. If this fight ever happens at all, I just want to talk about this fight and just point out, I think, just two key elements of what this fight will come down to as far as Irene Aldana's success. Because I think this matchup is going to boil down to two things that are important. Number one, it's going to come down to, can Aldana negate Amanda's offensive grappling? That's one important thing. Can she stop the takedowns enough times and keep it a pure striking match? Because if Amanda already has that edge on her going into the fight where she can just take down Irene whenever she wants, like she could with Durandamy and Pena in the rematch, then the fight's pretty much already won for Amanda Nunes, and there's nothing Aldana can do, and she will lose the fight to Amanda Nunes. So she has to be able to, for one, stop takedown. She cannot allow Nunes to take over, to control this fight with her grappling, because Amanda knows the threats that Aldana is going to bring on the feet, so she's going to look to wrestle in this fight. And of course, Aldana is going to be prepared to defend takedowns against Nunes. But will she be able to defend them? Can she defend them? That is yet to be seen, but she needs to be able to in order for her chances of this fight, in order for her chances to win. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but Amanda's also a good striker. You know, she can beat Aldana standing, which that's true, and Amanda has power, and that brings me to my next point. This fight will also come down to who lands first. Because, of course, Amanda Nunes, she's explosive, powerful, dangerous. She could definitely overwhelm Aldana with her power. She could definitely finish Irene Aldana on the feet. She could knock Aldana out. Not impossible. But Aldana can also knock out Amanda Nunes. She has that kind of power to hurt Nunes like no other. I mean, if Pena could hurt Nunes with her strikes, regardless of the first fight being an off night, you know, I can only imagine if Pena can land, what about Irene? Irene will land, and it will be 10 times more devastating than when Juliana Pena hit her. And this might be the first time we ever see Amanda Nunes get dropped via strikes. And Jermaine Durandamy was giving Amanda Nunes that work on the feet. And we all know that if Jermaine was able to keep the fight standing, then she would have won the fight against Amanda Nunes. End of. And if Aldana is able to keep the fight standing against Nunes, then she just has to be cautious of that right hand and also be prepared to check leg kicks, because of course Amanda is a leg kick heavy fighter, very powerful leg kicks, and that's a very good antidote to a good boxer, is you take out their legs. So of course Nunes is going to look to chop at the legs. Aldana has to be prepared to defend those leg kicks as well as defending takedowns, and it's going to come down to who lands first. Will Aldana land with her vintage left hook, or will Amanda Nunes land with her vintage right hand? Will right hand go burr? Will Nunes land? And will that fold Aldana, or will Aldana land that left hook on the money and put Nunes out? We are gonna find out. This is gonna be a very, very interesting matchup. I know no one gives Irene Aldana a chance, and I get it because it's Amanda Nunes, and a lot of people, they judge Aldana based off her last fight with Chasson because she was losing to the lucky liver kick, even though she wasn't losing the fight. It was an even fight. She overcame a lot to win, and she won that fight, and she's only going to improve further. Moving forward, she's going to step it up to the next level against Amanda Nunes. And if there was ever a time that Irene Aldana was ready to step inside that octagon with Amanda Nunes, the time is now. 2023, Irene Aldana is in her prime. Nunes is in her prime years as well, okay? Nunes is not done. Nunes is still motivated, hungry. She's still getting better. She's still dangerous. But Irene, I believe, has elevated to that next level to where she's ready to compete with Amanda Nunes now. Who knows? Nunes could go out there and just mop the floor with Aldana and maybe even beat Aldana easier and faster than she beat Pena, because, of course, Aldana doesn't have the ground game that Juliana Pena does to kind of avoid getting finished on the ground. Maybe Nunes takes her down and easily finishes her on the ground, maybe ground and pound or sub. That could happen. Or again, maybe Nunes does knock her out on the feet. Like, I'm prepared for the worst to happen in this fight, but I just know what Irene Aldana is capable of. And I just know that as long as she can not get taken down a bunch of times, as long as her takedown defense is up to par, then I'm not really worried. I believe she has the tools to upset Amanda Nunes because her boxing is better than Amanda Nunes, okay? And she has enough firepower to hurt Nunes. Nunes can hurt her, but Aldana can also hurt her as well. Irene Aldana is very patient. She's very smart. She's not reckless. I believe she will respect Amanda Nunes' power, but at the same time, I don't think she'll fight with a fear of Amanda Nunes' power. So she'll respect the power enough to not put herself in danger, not get in reckless exchanges like Cyborg and Pena to get herself dropped or quickly knocked out. But I also just feel that Aldana, she's not going to fight with a fear of that power to where it's like she's just gun shy and not throwing anything. Like Aldana, she's going to be aggressive just enough to where she's safe from eating anything big in return that could, change the fight or end the entire fight. So I think Aldana's composure under fire will definitely be a benefit to her against Amanda Nunes. And I know a lot of people will talk about, what about Holly Holm? Holly Holm 50-43'd and dominated Irene Aldana, who Amanda destroyed. I get it. But Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm are different fighters. Obviously, Nunes is more dangerous than Holly, but Holly's style is different in terms of her footwork, Holly at her best night is sort of a bad matchup for Aldana, and Aldana just fought with a horrible game plan. That just wasn't a good night for Irene. She learned from that fight, but Holly's got such active footwork. She doesn't stand in front of Irene. She sticks and moves, and Irene struggles with girls who have movement. I mean, Chasson as well showed a lot of good footwork, a lot of lateral movement that kind of gave Aldana problems. But Amanda Nunes, she has good footwork, but she doesn't move laterally, and she'll stand in front of you. Like, she'll be toe-to-toe with Irene Aldana, which is a benefit to Irene Aldana. She's not going to be shifting side to side, going in and out. It's not going to be like that against Aldana. So in a weird way, maybe stylistically, striking-wise, Nunes is not as bad for Aldana as Holly Holm was, even though Nunes is better than Holly and more of a dangerous fighter. Stylistically, Amanda Nunes is more dangerous for Irene than Holly was in terms of her grappling strength, whereas Holly is more stylistically difficult in terms of her striking. That's going to be the difference in this fight. If Aldana can cancel out that grappling, I guarantee she's not going to have the same issues that she had with Holly on the feet against Amanda Nunes. That's just not going to happen. She doesn't have to worry about the footwork and chasing Nunes down. She just has to worry about being smart defensively and not taking the full blunt force of Nunes' power. Not get hit and hit Amanda back. And hit her enough times until she can put Amanda Nunes out. It's all easier said than done, but if Aldana can defend those takedowns and be smart and successful defensively and land on Amanda Nunes consistently, then Irene Aldana, she will win this fight, and I believe that she will be the first woman to knock Nunes out. Nunes has been TKO'd before, and twice, by Alexis Davis and Kat Zingano, but that was from her being grinded out and finished via ground and pound. Aldana will be the first woman to actually snipe her in a striking exchange if she wins this fight against Amanda Nunes. No joke. If Aldana wins, that is how she is going to win. It won't be by a decision, won't be by a submission. It will be Irene getting a shocking KO, and people are going to be surprised. I'm calling it right now. I'm not making an official prediction in this fight. I'm not saying straight up Irene will win. I'm saying that's how she's going to win if she does win. And another thing I want to point out about Aldana as well in this fight is that I actually think she has better cardio than Amanda Nunes as well. I'm not saying Nunes' cardio is bad, but we know Amanda can slow down a little bit in fights. And Aldana can keep a good, consistent pace for 5 rounds. And I believe she has potential to outlast Amanda Nunes. I really do. And I think one thing that can contribute to Amanda slowing down in this fight, not that relentless pressure that Pena brings, but I think the body shots of Irene. Irene has some nasty body shots. If she can dig to the body enough times of Amanda Nunes, Nunes will slow down. She'll move a lot less, and she's going to get a lot more sloppier in the stand-up, which will leave a lot more openings for Aldana to catch Amanda Nunes and score that knockout. That could very well happen if Aldana is able to slow her down with body shots. Irene can definitely win this, and I'm just going to say this right now. Do not sleep on Irene Aldana. I like her chances as an underdog here against Amanda Nunes. This is a dangerous fight for Amanda. I will not be surprised if Amanda mops the floor with her, but I just get that feeling that this is going to be maybe a bit more competitive than people will expect. Like, on the feet, Amanda's not going to blow through her like she did to Megan Anderson. Like, Aldana's going to be in there. She's going to be tough. She's going to be scrappy. She's going to be in there. She's going to be hitting back. And there's going to be a lot that Nunes is going to have to worry about in terms of the power of Aldana, the boxing of Aldana. That's what she has to worry about. So Nunes better hope that she can just take down Aldana whenever she wants, that she can just freely out-grapple her. Because if she does, again, Nunes will win. But if she cannot, the victory is not guaranteed. And there's a chance that we might see Nunes get knocked out if she doesn't catch Irene first. But those are my thoughts on the matchup. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you guys see winning this matchup? What do you guys think of Aldana's chances? Do you see her getting the upset? Like and subscribe, and peace out.